Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So we're only a month and a half until Jupiter and Uranus come into conjunction. So I just learned today that because Jupiter represents expansion and Uranus represents a breakthrough, the conjunction is a needed push that propels us into the future. And I can attest to that because I remember the last time Jupiter and Uranus came into conjunction, I was in a very terrible situation at the time. It was my second year at Rochester Institute of Technology where I studied where I worked on my PhD. And I had gotten myself in a rotten relationship with a girl. You got to understand where I was at the time. I was 22 years old. I was working on my PhD, and I felt invincible. And the only problem I had was that I didn't have a life partner, right? And I got myself in serious desperation mode because I used to be a big fan of Polish Idol Season 1 winner Alicia Genasi. And I was a big fan of Carrie Underwood as well. I remember voting for Carrie Underwood every Wednesday night, if I remember correctly. I would be dialing on American Idol, this 1-800 number, over and over and over again. And I voted for Alicia Genasi when she was on World Idol as well. And in 2010, both of them were getting married. And I felt left behind, if you will. So I got myself very desperate. And I was using multiple dating websites as well as just randomly networking with people. Before I knew it, I had met a girl who took advantage of me financially. It was my first serious relationship. I had lost my virginity to her, and I didn't know what I was getting myself involved in. And I lost about 80% of my life savings up until that point. Go back and watch some of my oldest videos. That was around this time that I started collecting coins. I lost most of that. But I quickly rebuilt. So, I almost dropped out of school because I was falling behind on my studies, tending to the relationship. Now, after we had broken up, the Sunday after we broke up, there was a coin show in downtown Rochester, and I almost didn't want to go to that coin show because I didn't have a girl to take to the coin show with me, and I got lost and confused. I went to the coin show. I probably went there with the idea that I'll go meet another girl there. It wasn't meant to be. Instead, I had a really good time. It was June 13th of 2010, around the time of last conjunction. And so ever since then, I've never gotten myself desperate with a girl again because I realized that I can have a lot of fun without the girl. So that was good. That was good. So here we are in March of 2024. Actually, this conjunction is the life story this time around is not that dissimilar from last time. I'm no longer desperate for a girl, but I was watching the Super Bowl, and I kind of felt jealous because Travis Kelce was up there and he had his girlfriend cheering him on, and I didn't have somebody cheering me on when I'm making, my zinc art projects or when I'm at the Computer Olympiad. I need somebody to cheer me on. I don't necessarily need the romance and all that. But at the same time, I'm a big fan of Kelly Clarkson as well, and I like how she's thriving with what I like to call her unofficial second marriage. So, and then there's Evelina Falenta as well, the other Polish idol, and she's also thriving with her marriage, which has lasted probably 20 years as I speak right now, right? So it remains to be seen how I'm going to be propelled into the future this time around, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.